And good morning. Thank you for joining Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Scrapbook Sunday 101. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Or in this case, come scrapbook with me. So just a couple of reminders. We do have the fitting florets now available for customers, and that is also my online class and sampler class for the month of November, but you do have to sign up for that by November 10th, and the link is below. We are also using that collection for our Fun Fold Club with Donna Gray and myself. That is our Sweet Licious Fun Fold Club. That was on Facebook, and now we do it through YouTube. So if you are not on Facebook, you can now join the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club, where we do 2 fun folds. We each do 1 and 3 variations of that. Again, the links are below. Don't forget to check out the apparel shop where you can get the new, or the, I shouldn't say this isn't new, the Dear Santa sweatshirt. That was out last year, but we still have them. And we also now have ornaments to match. There are also mugs to match. So you're going to want to check out the apparel shop for the crafter in your life. Again, just a shout out to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my team, ordering from me, sharing my videos, commenting. Everything you have done over the past year has helped me achieve number 53 out of 43,000 demonstrators in the U.S. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. Let's get started. Okay, so I know Halloween is over, but it's still fall, and I have a couple of pictures, or quite a few pictures, that I wanted to use. I wanted to get in my scrapbook, so this might be a little bit longer scrapbook today. So I will show you these. They're smaller pictures that I've already cut down. But these two are my focal point right here. And this is Ryan and his cousin Chrissy. This was 1993, so he was about 6, and I think Chrissy was about 8. And that's one of the reasons for getting them into albums right now. And I'm not going to crop any of this because I have another plan for it. Normally, I would try to crop some of this out because it's really not important. Somebody's legs, and you got, you know, the netting back there. But I have a different plan for this. So let's just put this over here because this is the way I think I want to set it up. I'm going to bring in 2 sheets of black 12 by 12 cardstock. I am also bringing in the designer series paper from, I believe it's the Harvest Bundles. I don't always remember the name. I have a stamp set here, which is Hello Harvest. Again, everything will be in the description below. So I have the black and I have the pumpkins. I want the pumpkins because it is the pumpkin patch, but it's also Halloween. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and trim these down. Let me see if I can bring this down a bit. Okay. And I can do 2 at one time. All I'm going to do is take off a little bit of edge here. As I do so, I do this with a lot of my cropping because I just want a nice mat. You can use the designer series paper as your base, but it is I like to have a little bit more. I mean, there have been times where I've done that, but if I can, I like to put cardstock behind it just to make it a little bit sturdier. Okay, we're going to put that over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add these down. Okay, I am going to use my Stampin seal. You can use your liquid glue if you like. And of course, you see this is double-sided. This designer series paper is still available. Just go to Stampersdelight and shop online. Don't forget to sign up for my free newsletter, tutorials, and again, all the links are below. Okay, so there's my first one. Here's my second one. Now, I am using quite a bit here, although I probably don't need it, but I want it to stay down. Okay, now I did bring in this ribbon, and you can see this is kind of wide for me to tie a bow, but what I found, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it, and I might have to lift up a portion here if I'm going to use it. But from the Hello Harvest, I took that pumpkin and I stamped different ways of the pumpkin in case I want to use it. If I don't use it for this project, I'm sure I'm going to want it for another one. So I'm just going to leave that ribbon right here for now. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but I want it ready just in case. Okay, so here are my two bases. Now I'm going to bring in my two main focal points, which are, of course, the larger pictures. Now, again, I am going to mat these on Cajun Craze. I'm not cropping anything, although I will be hiding some of that. So this, I'm just going to add some adhesive. I'm going to put it right up in the corner there just so I can get a little bit of a matting. Please don't forget to leave me comments and share my videos. We really do appreciate when you do that. I appreciate it. And again, I'm going to do the same thing right here. All right. If you're new to watching my YouTube channel, you can subscribe. I try to be on Monday nights with card making, paper crafting. I try to be on Sunday mornings at, I'm sorry, Sunday mornings. Yes, Sunday mornings are usually videos uploaded, and that's my Scrapbook Sunday 101. I don't always get on, so that's why you want to subscribe. So I'm using, I'm cutting off a lot. I just want a very small mat behind there. And Friday mornings, I am usually live, either YouTube or Facebook. You can watch on either. And that's usually around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything's Eastern Standard Time. And again, you want to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel because sometimes I am not able to get on. But if I am, you will be notified. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and get that ink out of my way because I'm not sure if I'm using that again. I'm going to take these two pieces or two projects and decide where I want those. I think I'm going to go over to the sides like this. I'm not going to put them down yet because I have some more matting to do with these little pictures. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll see that I don't measure these. I just put them on the cardstock and then trim them. This is Ryan's first trip to the pumpkin patch in 1989. So cute. Sometimes I want them that little again. Anybody else feel that way? This is 1991. That's at my sister's, who was their babysitter, and she always did a great little Halloween party for them. Again, these are all 1991. I know you're probably saying, well, what happened in 1990? It's around here somewhere, and this is why I am getting them into albums. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, you can cut these out with scissors, but I don't trust myself, so I am going to use my paper trimmer. And the paper trimmer is great that we sell because it has this arm that swings out. And if you notice, this is not just 12 by 12, okay? It goes all the way to, looks like 17 and a half. I don't usually go out that far, but that's what I love about our paper trimmer. Now, I am going to just slice this down the middle, and then I am going to start trimming. Again, I just want a little bit of border on this. I have a lot of pictures I want to put down on these 2 pages. So this is what you would call a 2-page layout. Now these, you see how they're definitely not the same size. So I'm going to cut that down there first. Then I'm going to, this one is really too close. So let's just lift that up very gently and move that. I need to be able to get that cutting blade behind between the 2 pictures. So there we go. Okay. Going to be tight, but I can do it. There we go. And again, just a very small border. And this one is good. And then we have these two. So let's just cut that off. Look at the cute little pumpkin. I think that was Chelsea. And there's Chrissy. And there's Ryan. I'm not sure. That looks like... I'm not sure who that was. Again, these are at my sister's. So we are going to go ahead and trim that. Whoop. There's something caught behind there. There we go. All right, and now I have them. My blade fell out again. There we go. Okay, now I have them all trimmed. Let's just move this out of the way. And now I can start placing them where I want them. Oh, that one I'm going to trim just a little bit more. Now I could just put these on the designer series paper, but because there's another picture there, I want them to stand out a little bit. Okay, so before I glue them down, I'm just going to lay them out the way I want. And hopefully you can see that. So this one would go right here. I'm going to bring it over as far as I can with just a little pumpkins showing. This one would go here. And then I want to start with his first trip to the pumpkin patch. So I'm going to add that one right to the side. And then we have this one. This was 1989. This is 1991. We're going to add that right there. So there is how I hide that person's leg. And actually, I might do it this way. And I could get another one in there and hide their foot. There we go. So now I have my pictures on the side here going in order. And then bringing these over here. Again, this was all the same party, so I want to keep that flowing with the year. And then we have the next year, 89, 91, 92, and this one was 93. Now I've already, I had a little card here that, I've had these for years. I think I got this maybe in Hobby Lobby or something like that. We can also use our Memories and More, but I wanted something that really went with the project I was doing. So now I want to see where I can put this. I'm just going to move that over. I don't really need to see his whole coat. And I don't want to cut off anybody's hand. So I'm just putting that right here for now. And then I have this cute little monsters. So I'm just playing around with it, deciding where I want to put these and how I want to lay them down. So you can see I'm moving them around, not putting anything down until I get them where I want. So maybe I'll bring this one back over here, keeping them in order. This one could actually go up here. I'm going to bring that all the way over now and try it this way. Again, I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet, I think. But this is the way you would just go about figuring out where you want them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down, and let me just slide this over because that one is pretty well put together. So this one I am just trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything. Yes, it is fall, and you may hear my heat kick on, so I apologize for that. And maybe I put that one up there. So I'm going to bring that down just a little bit more. See where these would fit. Okay, there we go. So that's going to fit there. And then, where do I want these? That one could go there, but let's see. Yep, I can tuck that right in there. I'll even go over a little bit further. Okay, so now you see how I have it put together. We got the little pumpkins. And we have the pumpkins over here, the little monsters. And then this is the card that tells me what everything was. Now, if I decide maybe this is too busy, these are basically the same picture. So maybe I want to take that one out. Maybe I'll change that up a little bit. So this is why you don't want to put your pictures down too fast. So let's see how that would look. Let's just change it around a bit. I think that might be better because it's not as busy looking, but maybe I want the card there. No, not sure. Okay, well, so let's pull that over here, put that up here. And then I'm going to angle that. And I think I'll put that right here. And I think that might do it this time. What do you think? Move that up a little bit. There we go. I think I like that better. It's less busy. And this picture is really the same picture, just a smaller one. So let's go with that. And it's not as busy looking. Okay, so now do we want to use any ribbon? Let's see. I think the ribbon would add too much, but I can use it underneath here. So let's put this together first. And we'll go from there. So let me not forget where I'm putting these. And then we're going to put this one down first. And let me just bring that more into camera view so you can see it. And we are going to bring that right over to the side here. And then we're going to add those pictures. So I have this one. And I had this one, and I had the little monsters. And I can tuck that right here. Again, I might move it a little bit different once I figure out where I want them again. This is going to go right under here. I believe that's how I had it. Yep, there we go. Little monsters. Okay, so let's put this one down first because that one's getting... The other picture is going to go a little bit above that. I'm going to bring that over here. Then I'll do this one. And then I got the little monsters because that's just so cute. And let's just put that right there. So there's one page. And you can see how I blocked out that other stuff that I didn't want to see without having to cut it. This one, we are going to put this big one down first. And again, bringing it over. Don't need all this on the side, so this one would be up here without blocking anyone. And then, of course, I have this one. This one I'm going to angle also right here. This was another year. Ninja Turtle, Batman, Ghostbusters. When they were little, it was great. You just put them in those little feety pajamas. Ninja Turtle over here with the slippers and everything. Miss those days. Okay, now here is my card. Here's that ribbon. And I'm thinking... I may be able to add that right here. Let's see. So if I add a little ribbon with the pumpkins, I can do that. Now what I need to do though is stamp the other side. It just adds a little bit more to it. So I think I'm going to use it, but because I'm not sure, I'm just going to ink the other side first and see how it looks. Thank you to so many of you who said that you've gotten back into scrapbooking because of this. And I know sometimes it's overwhelming, but once you get going, it is a lot of fun. Okay, so now I've got it on both sides here. But do I have it on the right side? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this piece off. Probably way too big. I'm going to lay that down right there. You can see I got the pumpkins on each side. And I'm just going to add that right here. So what I'll do is I will put a little glue right here to hold that ribbon. And then for this one, I'm going to actually grab my dimensionals. And let me just get my take your pick tool. So a lot of people ask me what tools I use on a daily basis when I'm scrapbooking or stamping. So that would be my paper trimmer, my die machine, my take your pick tool, my Stamparatus, my glue, and my scissors. Oh, and my silicone mat. Can't forget that. Okay, there I have two great pages. I think I'm going to trim this just a little bit there. I'm going to leave that one. So this would be my, and I could do them either way. I could put this as my first page and this as my second. The reason I have it this way is because he was the youngest right here. So there we have a 2-page layout. But maybe I want to add some gems. So let me grab my Rustic metallic gems. And I actually have some brushed ones, which are different colors. And I think I want something brighter, so I'm going to use the gold here. Now these, I have to look. I'm not sure if they're still in the catalog, but you can use any of the gold items that we have. So I'm just going to add some gold to brighten that up over here. And maybe a little one. Our new gold gems with the fitting florets would go great with these too. But the gold gems just make it pop out a little bit more. And you can see I'm just adding them randomly. I always like to have one here. So I think, ooh, I like that. Let's do that. Just put one on each corner so that makes that pop out a little bit more. And maybe one here and one here. So it just brings it out a little bit more. And you can find still shots of my projects, including this one, at Stampersdelight.com. So there's my first page. Flows into the second page. And I hope you enjoyed this segment of Scrapbook Sunday 101. Until next week, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye!